As a leader, one of the most frustrating things for any manager, any leader, I think, is awareness. It's ridiculously difficult to figure out ways where you can elevate someone's awareness. It's one of the most frustrating things that employees do to leaders or to management. Why won't they take care of that? Don't they see that this needs to be done? You know, what are they thinking? You hear all kinds of things that leaders and managers say because they see something that the employee doesn't see. And frankly, until you can elevate awareness, until you can build awareness, and until you can build a sense of responsibility, I don't know that you can successfully coach. In fact, I would ask the question, how? How could you? I don't believe it's possible. I think the first element of effective coaching has got to be, we've got to get the awareness up. It's been said of professional athletes, particularly those that are spectacular, that they just have this vision. You know, they just have this sense of awareness of where they are in the game, in the situation, that not everybody has. They see things that other people just don't seem to see. I think that's true in every endeavor in life. I think the superior performers, they've got some sense of awareness that other people around them just don't have. They see things other people don't see. But I also think that that vision provides for them an elevated responsibility. I think they see a responsibility tethered to that awareness. Yeah, then you can start working, you can start working on the skills. You can start thinking about, okay, we need to work on this specific thing. We need to work on that specific thing. But until people see the need for it, or until people are aware of the circumstance and situation, and until they have some sense of personal responsibility to do it, why know how? If you own a storefront and the storefront has all kinds of trash out front on the sidewalk and in front of the store, and the owner pulls in and the employees are there, and he looks at all this trash and he thinks, what are they thinking? You would think somebody would be proactive and come out here and clean this mess up. It could be that they see it, but they reason, it's not my job. I work in accounting, or I'm a sales guy, or whatever. It's not my job. That could be a component, and that's pretty common. We see things, but we don't associate what we see with being, it's not my responsibility. Nobody gave me that job. I'm not getting paid to do that. So awareness is just simply this vision of understanding and seeing what's happening around you. And it's not common. I'd love to tell you that it's common, but it is not common. I've managed way too many people over the course of my career, and I can tell you the vast majority of people are oblivious. They don't think anything about it. I've told the story before, and I'll just give you the snippet of it. Go into a restaurant that I frequented some years ago, a lunch kind of a place. Got a new waitress. And this was not a hoity-toity place, but it did have carpet, hunter green carpet. And there was a little, piece of a straw wrapper on the carpet, white. I mean, come on, it just like a beacon. You couldn't help but see the thing. And I noticed half a dozen waiters and waitresses stepped over this thing. My waitress brought our drinks back to us, dropped off our iced tea, pivoted, knelt down, picked up that piece of paper, and went on her merry way. And I thought, she's going to be good. And from that moment on, for a number of years, every time I went to lunch there, I asked to be seated in her section, because guess what? Yeah, her service was very different than the service of everybody else. And everybody else was fine. The service was good, but her service was exceptional. Why? She had an awareness the others just didn't have. Here it was, her first week on the job, and she noticed this Other people, I knew they had been there for some time. They didn't notice it. And she took responsibility for it. They didn't. If they saw it, they did nothing about it. Well, what good does that do? I mean, an awareness and vision don't do you any good if you don't do anything with it. There comes that responsibility part. And what does all this have to do with anything? Well, it has everything to do with our ability to coach. It has everything to do with our ability to improve. It has everything to do with our ability to accomplish and to achieve. And whether we are trying to self-coach or whether we are trying to coach and help other people, it has to begin with an awareness of what is it that needs to be done. And how can I get some sense of responsibility that it's me who can make a positive difference? Hey, for Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I'm Randy Cantrell. This is leaningtowardwisdom.com. Thanks.